Welcome everybody, Theme Park Matt here, recording this on August 6th, 2026. Today is our monthly update for the city of Ocala that I plan to do on this as a channel series. And I'm really looking forward for it. And on top of that monthly update, I just wanted to give you like a life update in general. So I invite you to join me, shall you? Let's go to the update part of the video first. It's raining outside, so I can show you the other part later on. When I'm on my way home, and I don't feel like getting wet right now. But we'll go talk to the life update part first, it looks like. So some of you guys may know, I was dating someone like for like a month, like from like the end of October to like the middle of November, or like the end of November. I was dating someone. And this is something I'm just reflecting about. I'm not saying this person is bad or anything, but her breaking up with me was the best thing that actually happened to my life, I feel like, honestly. It's something that I've just been reflecting on in general. That this person breaking up with me was probably the best thing that happened to my life. I was living in my flesh during that time frame. I was not living in the truth or living in the spirit of God. And I just felt like her breaking up with me allowed me to actually come very close to God, have a good relationship with Him. I was middle switching over from being the Catholic to regular Filipino Christian, but now I consider myself more of like I don't believe in denominations, so I consider myself non-denominational. But if I had to pick a denomination, it would be Pentecostal, honestly. I consider myself non-denominational, but if I pick a Christianity denomination, it is Pentecostal. But it allowed me to give a chance to go to a church. I lost one person that I was not living in the truth spirit with to gain a whole bunch of other people that love me, pretty much. And now I have like a good relationship with God. I actually have a deep understanding of the Bible. I could actually understand it better probably than it was then. And as a matter of fact, I take like massive notes when I read the Bible. I like highlighting the Bible, write notes on my phone. Then I kind of make like a summary page of each chapter I read. Just so I could teach other people about. But this led me to a path closer to God and gaining a whole bunch of I lost one person that I was not in the spirit of truth just to gain a whole bunch of other people that love me. So I really think that's probably one of the best things that happened to me, honestly. Her breaking up with me is probably the best thing that happened to me. And the one thing I will say about that is I need to actually learn. Since then I gained a lot of weight. I need to lose some weight, and on top of that, I'm ready to start dating again, honestly. I don't want her back, but I want to start dating again. So I'm just getting ready for this new season in my life. And I just started my business. So that's just a good season for me, pretty much. And just to put this out there, just in case I get depressed one day or anything like that. I always have this footage to look back. But her breaking up with me was probably one of the best things that happened in my life. It's nothing against that person. I still pray for her every single day. I pray for her every single day. But I was not living in the spirit or truth of God, honestly, during that time frame in my life. I was living in my flesh. And allowed me to start living in the spirit and truth of God during that time frame. So her breaking up with me just was that a good time frame for me to start learning to live more in God, or live in the spirit and truth of God and Jesus Christ, honestly. Update to actually have for Ocala, the Volvo sign. I'm not sure if the camera can pick up on it, but it's actually up right now. That's pretty cool. So that'd be the first part of the update part of the video. Right now I'm here at Ocala, Marion County Veterans Memorial Park for a celebration of life that I'm supposed to be attending in a little bit. I got here a little early, helped set up, but I just realized there's a Statue of Liberty here in Ocala. How awesome is that we have a Statue of Liberty here in this beautiful city, Ocala? It's not as big as the original one, and it's very like small scale. I think I'm actually taller than the torch, honestly. But still, it's pretty cool that they honor our country, or the gift that the branch gave us to our country. I find that very, very cool, honestly. One update I actually want to show you guys today is actually at the BJ's. There's a massive upgrade in BJ's. I figured I could go around this side of town because I'm not on this side of town that often anymore. You know, today I've been this side of town twice so far. I've been on this side of town twice so far today, but I'm not on this side of town that often, so I figured I could record like updates on this side of town to you guys. Like I said, I don't go here often. I figure I could share it with my audience. So it's a win-win situation, pretty much. I'm gonna probably use a dual camera setup today. Like, as I'm in the car, I'm using this DJI Action 6, which is a cool action camera that records vertical and horizontal and has a 1-inch sensor, so it allows like more light. But I also have my main vlogging camera, the Pocket 3, with me. This is more just like a more like smaller compact camera. That's why I like this camera, because it's more small and compact. And it has an electronic IBIS pretty much. So pretty much it's no like, it's steady shots pretty much. It's, or DJI calls it rock steady. It's more like a discreet camera, no one really notices it. In fact, I actually have this on a tripod that's like, makes it more noticeable, this camera, but I prefer holding it over the tripod grip than the camera grip itself, honestly. So I haven't used my main vlogging camera in a couple weeks. That's making sure it still works, the mic still works. I let my pastors borrow it for their summer camp so they could vlog it, so I'm just doing this bit just to make sure it's working. And let's see, here's a better shot of the Statue of Liberty for you guys. I have it in the center of the screen, but that's a better shot of it. And it looks like they have a flag from each nation over there, which is pretty cool. I've never been in this area before. I went to the library, which is over there in that building, but I haven't never been into the park section right over there, honestly. Just got done with the celebration of life, guys, which is pretty sad. So this is something I didn't tell anyone. One of my brothers in Christ, Alfred, died in a car crash like last month. And just, I only knew him for a couple months from going to the ministry that I'm a part of, called Ocala for Jesus. It's not a church, it's more like they go to places that churches don't do to spread the good news of Jesus Christ to people. I met him through the men's group from out there, and me and him just had a special bond, and I'll miss him. I'll miss my brother in Christ, Alfred. And I thank God every day since he passed that he put him in my life. It was like, he led me to like the perfect example of being humbled. This was a good example for me to be around. And it's just sad. Because the day before we had the men's group, then we went to have fellowship at Burger King afterwards. And then the next day he was gone. I'm just sad about that. But we must rejoice in Albert's, his name. We must rejoice. I'm grateful for every single memory I had with him. The thing that stood out to me the most with him is he may answer all of his wife to say, hey, we're on the same level as you. So, even though I was new to Christ, at the time he went out way to say, hey, we're on the same level as you. We're normal guys, don't worry about us. He humbled himself to make me feel comfortable. That's the thing I'll never forget about him. I'll see you in heaven, Albert, if you're watching this video there. Something else I wanted to add about my friend Albert that passed away. That he'll go out of his way when he's not working to drive people to soup kitchens just so the homeless could get food. And he made sure he ordered a birthday cake for every single homeless person that he knew. This just shows what type of person he was. The Lord used him in a good way for me and for other people. I must rejoice. So we're going to go on to the Ocala upgrade, or the Ocala monthly update. I can barely speak now because I'm just lost in words after the celebration of life. He died on August 10th, or he died on July 10th. And today is currently August 7th, so it's been a little under a month since he passed. And it still gets me. Just because one day the day before he died, we're having the men's group for the Ocala for Jesus ministry, I'm part of it. And then the next day, or then afterwards, we had the fellowship at Burger King. just eating and enjoying, laughing together, enjoying company. And then the next day he was gone. But now I must rejoice and go to do the monthly Ocala update though for you guys. As some of you guys could probably tell from the footage, right now I'm currently driving around downtown Ocala. That's because the Celebration of Life was there. And this is actually near the City Hall area where I'm at right now. And this is near the City Hall area, near the one parking garage that they have downtown, the first one. Not the one that I call the eyesore Ocala. This is the first parking garage. And as you can see, people like to go over that yellow line for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. But we're gonna just do a driving update downtown, just because I actually do have plans to go somewhere in a little bit. And whatever I don't miss in this video today, I'll probably record on either tomorrow morning or on Wednesday early in the morning. To the left, you're gonna see a place called Big Hammock. That's one of my favorite restaurants downtown. I think I mentioned that in my previous monthly update. I'm not a big fan of the alcoholic beverages, but the food there is very good. I don't drink, so that's why I'm saying that. I used to drink before I was saved, but now that I'm saved, I don't drink. And right there is Mellow Mushrooms. It's actually one of my favorite pizza places here in Ocala. And it's coming from someone that likes New York pizza, so that's weird. And I do have an update coming up on the right in a couple of minutes, or a couple of seconds. I'm not a drinker, but I just wanted to share this part of my update, the next part. After that place that says Ocala Urgent Surgeon, where you see the Galloway Realty sign, that actually, right here where the building I'm passing right now, that used to be actually Infinite Ales, that building right there. And they actually closed down and relocated to the other location that's in Midtown. But that happened a while ago, just that I haven't updated that since that was kind of out of the way in the marketplace area when I was doing the monthly update then. But I must rejoice in my friend's name, or Jesus' name, to know that he's with Christ now. Now I'm driving at the beginning of Highway 200 and like where 10th Street becomes 200, and I figure I'd show this to the camera since I never have. I'm driving near the Target now, and I actually do have a little bit of an update since I never drive this far 200 in any of my vlogs, or this far up on 200. There's actually the new generation Tesla chargers inside this Target's parking lot. It's actually in the right side, the one that's near like 200, the right side parking lot near 200. It's like the new generation Tesla chargers. And I kind of have a car update I want to tell you guys about also. So I know some of you, I'm not sure if all my audience knows this, but I was interested in getting a Tesla. I'm not sure if all my audience know that, but I know some of my audience have to know that I was interested in getting Tesla. And recently my mind has kind of changed. So the other day, one of my close friends, or the other day, a family member of mine got in a car accident. And it was someone that had a pickup truck hit that family member. And the pickup truck did a decent amount of damage to the car. So I was thinking, well, the person's car is like a bigger car, and you know how the Teslas are, they have a lot of safety features, but it's not like built to survive a crash, I feel like. It has a whole bunch of safety features, but it's not built to survive a crash. And then if you hit the battery wrong and somehow it gets dewired, it could start fire and you could die in the fire of the car. So I've decided now that I'm leaning toward getting like a truck instead of a Tesla, but like a hybrid truck. The one I'm looking at specifically right now, I used to be against this company, but I've read nothing but good reviews about this specific model from them, is a Ford Maverick, the hybrid version of the Ford Maverick. The LX or XL Ford Maverick. So I want something with like a big cargo in the back, but still good on gas mileages, and I figured that would be the best option for me. And according to my reading, it's very reliable. There's not that many issues with it. So I'm thinking about getting a Ford Maverick instead of the Tesla now. I don't think the timing's right for electric cars. I feel like the safety features are there in the car, but the cars are not safe enough yet to be considered for me to buy, honestly, right now. But that was just a wake-up call to me. That family member that got in that car accident, and he got hit by that big car, or he got hit by that truck. And luckily, that family member had a bigger car, like it was a minivan that looked like a landscaper, but it's not. A Land Rover, but it's not. Yeah, it looks like a Land Rover, but it's not. But it's a bigger car, so it makes it somewhat easier. It has a lot more room to hit to make less damage. Hey guys, I don't think I'm gonna do the rest of the monthly update today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and I'll get back to you then. Since I do have dinner plans, and I have to make sure that family member that got in the car accident's okay. So I do want to give you guys a tip today, actually, before I stop the video recording for the rest of the day. This is more of a driving tip. When you're brake, make sure when you fully stop, you're like at least one car distance away from the other car. It's just the best thing to do to provide like back collision, just in case someone like hits you head speed on from behind and you don't get pushed forward to the next car. Avoids a multi-car accident to do that like this. That's like how I'm doing right now, pretty much. But hey guys, I'm back here, and it's been more than a few days. I'm probably gonna edit this video when I get home. It's been so busy. But that car almost just hit me in the parking lot, and it was an electric vehicle. But we're going to continue the Ocala update, but we're going to be mostly focusing on 200 instead of the other side of Ocala. That's because I'm getting ready for this epic vacation that you guys will be either seeing a live stream of on Saturday night, or Saturday midday, or you'll be seeing the vlogs in like 2 weeks. An epic vacation in Disney World. Yeah, I'm going to be staying at the Riviera Hotel, one of the newest hotels in Disney World property. I'm going to Epcot, eating around the world, while other friends are drinking around the world. Unfortunately, they're not saved. But just got out of work, and I'm just ready to show you guys what's new on 200. Who knows, I may make my way downtown somehow. But let's get back into this. First thought of the updates, I'm not going to actually show you guys, just because I believe that could be if I go to this place, it could be a foothold to my stronghold. If you guys know anything about religious. It would just remind me of my past unsafe life, pretty much. But I'm able to show like where it is and what it is on camera, but I'm not going to go in there because I believe that could be a foothold to get into my stronghold. Something that the enemy could use to get into me to go fall back into temptation, I feel like, and these things. So I'm not going to go inside it, but I'll show you guys what it is. The big update is in the same shopping center as Dollar Tree is on 200, on State Road 200, right over there in next to Florida Credit Union, and near the big Walmart right over there in State Road 200 is Spirit Halloween. This is a new location for Spirit Halloween, so I'm surprised to see them here. They normally take place where the same shopping center as Michael's is, and where on the other side of Ocala, where the Big Lots used to be on State Road 40. So I was very excited to have this close to my house, but like I said, I'm not going in there just because this actually has a lot to do with my past life before I was saved. Yeah. I'm away from Spirit Halloween, and I told you guys I'm not entering inside of it this year. I figured this would be a good time to give you an update about something else. As you guys know, that if you guys been watching this channel for a while now, when it was Map Machine, or now it's Theme Park Map, but back when it was Map Machine, you guys know that I was very big into the Central Florida haunted house scene. But like I said, that's kind of the past of me. That's kind of like my past, not my like new. So here's a little update. After consulting with the ministry for Ocala for Jesus pastor and just based off of like stuff that other people that are affiliated with like the healing ministries and stuff like that tell me, I agree with them with this. So I don't care if I get hate for this in the comments, but it is kind of like I said, what the same thing with spirit is, a foothold to my stronghold. Like that could be a way that the enemy could get entered into me. That's how it could become demon possessed. And in the past, that's what I used to enjoy, like this horror and stuff like that. And that's how it could become demon possessed and stuff like that, pretty much. So I will not be participating in any haunted houses for the foreseeable future. And I'm pretty sure that's in forever from right now. There's enough evidence that God's real, because according to what the Bible says, that like what happens when you become a Christian is all lined up to what happens to me. You must be born again, which I was, in a spirit, not actually like dead and die, come back to life like Jesus did, but you must be born in the spirit again, which I feel like I have. I stay in the Word every single day, so I'm not gonna say this right now. I know I talk about people living in spirit and truth in the beginning of this vlog, but some people, here's the other thing that kind of just drives me crazy in general. Some people claim they're saved, but they're actually not saved. Then when they die, they'll go to hell because Jesus is gonna say, I didn't know you, or I know you. Yeah, so leaving that at that for that. I don't want to call out anyone particular about that, but we're going on to our next stop. As you guys can see, I'm driving right now, so we're going to our next stop for a construction update for Ocala. And the next update is actually something that I covered a couple times on this channel already, even before I did my monthly Ocala updates. It's the BJ's updates. I think it's going to open sooner than later, honestly. I really think the BJ's is going to open sooner than later. I'm just excited to show you guys this construction update. I showed it since like they started doing it. Now that they're almost at the end. It says open in fall on one of the billboards down here. I forgot which one I said it, but it says open in fall this 2026. And technically fall starts on, I think, October or August 23rd. So it has me very excited. But I'll see you guys when I get into the CVS parking lot. Well guys, we made it here at our next destination. I'm in the CVS parking lot. I'm gonna attempt to walk across the street. This guy almost hit me also, Jesus. So we get a better view of where BJ's is right over there. I'm gonna try to get a view of the gas station section, the tires and service, the propane section, and the actual building itself, so you guys can see how far they came along. So I'm gonna go over to the sidewalk over down there and cross the street. I'm not sure if you guys could see it. First comes first, I could digitally zoom into it, but you can see the BJ sign right here. If not, you can't see it. I'll digitally zoom into it. But there's that big BJ sign. And it says something about like self-check or curbside pickup and spirit shop. That means it's gonna have a liquor store attached to it. That's good to know. Then, now that I'm pointing the camera on this section, that's the tire service and propane section for BJ's. And right there is the BJ's gas station. The lights are on it. I'm not sure if you guys could tell. I'll try to get a little closer. Right now there's no cars coming, so it's perfect. As you can see, the lights are on it. They have the gas pumps are installed. The gas station part has been ready mostly for a while. Yesterday they just added that BJ's gas sign on the top. And the lights were not lit up yesterday until they were. I'm doing an AI zoom of it right now so you guys can get a better view. They even had like the section that you can put shopping carts in installed over there. But it's almost there. I think it's opening sooner than later, honestly, personally. Based off of what I think. I think it's opening sooner than later. And they even have a gas sign over down that way. I'm not sure the camera can pick it up or not, but they have a gas sign down that way. I'm actually very impressed how they're building BJ's, honestly. And this is very impressed how they're building it. It looks phenomenal from the outside. And like I said, I have a feeling it's going to open sooner than later, honestly. This really thinks it's going to open sooner than later. The line to get through CVS drive-thru, oh my god. This is worse than my works drive-thru, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a small update in the other side of, or the other, you know what it is, the other Spirit of Halloween, see what's going on there in this video. Make sure there's no cars coming and there isn't any for this lane. Sweet. It has me very excited what's going on with BJ's and what's going on in Ocala. This is how the city's growing. I do think this is going to cause a lot of traffic, unfortunately, though, honestly. I think this BJ's is going to cause a lot of traffic, but I love that we're getting like more of these big stores that I used to go to in New York when I lived there. This has me very excited. I'm going to actually flip the camera around right now because there's something coming up in the next couple of minutes that I want to show you guys. I know I mentioned this the other day, but since we're driving by the Subaru dealership, I decided to change the camera direction to this side so I can show you guys the updated sign. Hopefully the camera could pick it up, which I think it did. I think the camera did pick up the Subaru dealership and a Volvo sign just now. So hopefully it did. But we're gonna go check out a couple spots, or one spot on the other side of 200, underneath the I-75 bridge that separates like the top of the road Eastbrook area to the other side of 200, where the mall is, the paddock section I'd call it. And those of you that live in Florida, I'm not gonna say what political party you vote for, by the time this video is out, the early voting has started already. And I'm very big on people going out to vote, no matter what party you are, vote for who you believe in is right. I'm not gonna say who I vote for because I think you should not be sharing that online, but go out and vote if you haven't already. The other thing I would say that I find very stupid is if you're an independent party, you cannot vote for the primaries, apparently. So go out and vote if you haven't already. Now I'm driving from where the Spirit Halloween used to be in this section, and it does not look like it's gonna be a spirit, but there is a sign up front. So I guess we're gonna go park and investigate what's going on. And I'm gonna use the action camera because I don't want to get caught with a big camera out. Let's find out what's going on, honestly. That's our family friend car over in the next shop center over. I want to keep it discreet and see what's actually going on. So there is a permit on the wall, but I also see like a hole on the back of the building. I'm not sure that's light, that's making it look like it's a hole, but hole in the back of the building. That family friend left that shop center across the street. I just saw it. So we're gonna go check it out. And I'm using the small camera because this is a more populated shop center unlike the other one. So I'm using the action camera just because I want to keep it more discreet. And I have a tripod to put it on anyway. I'm gonna own up something. I think I said this shop center belongs to, it's the same one as Michael's. It's actually Staples and Best Buy shopping center where the other Spirit is. And it was in that spot right over there where I have the center on the camera. Next time I'm using the action camera on a tripod just to be more discreet than actually having the DJI pocketry. It's not as discreet because everyone knows what that camera looks like. But being an action camera small, I could actually get more away with it. But we're gonna go into there. There's a shipping container here. I have no clue what that's for. But there is it looks like a, you know what on there. A permit on there, so we're gonna go check it out. So this was the original Spirit Halloween. You went for having no Spirit Halloween to 2. But like I said, I see a hole in the wall back there. And there's a permit on the wall thing over there, so we'll check it out. Alright, it doesn't say what it's gonna be, but it's a building permit. It's a building permit, and it says owners MFBY Ocala LLC and constructor CCS Construction. You can tell there's a hole in the building over there, but that's all I'm seeing. Just so you guys can see, there's actually like 4 shipping containers here. So something tell me whatever they're building in that spot, or whatever they're doing in that spot, it's gonna be a permanent thing, not like a Spirit Halloween type of thing. And I took the picture for a thumbnail over there, just because I think that's a good thumbnail site. Maybe for like something new coming in Ocala or something like that on the thing. But like I said, Ocala is like one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. I said that in like my past videos, so I'm just excited to see Ocala continuing growing, honestly. I'm excited. Just wish we had more new things. And they're remodeling a Burlington coat factory, as you guys can see over there. As you can see, they're remodeling Burlington coat factory. There's pretty exciting things going on here in Ocala. Very excited. This Halloween talk's getting me in the mood for like a coffee, a pumpkin spice coffee. It's currently, I'll tell you the exact date in a second. It's August 13th today. August 13th. I'm not sure if any place has a pumpkin spice coffee. I'm about to check to see if Wawa has one. If Wawa has one, I'll make one. I highly doubt they have one, but I'll go Wawa to get coffee, honestly. And it's 7 o'clock at night, the part I'm recording right now. There's a couple more spots I want to check out, but if they have a pumpkin spice coffee, I'll get one. Let's see, hot coffee, pumpkin spice. Doesn't look like they have a pumpkin spice. Let me see the other latte section. Hot lattes, banana bread, soft caramel. If Mama does not have one, let me Google see if anyone has a pumpkin spice coffee. Yeah, all this talk about like Halloween stuff. As much as I don't dislike Halloween now, just more that I don't want to deal with spooky and scary because like I said, that could be a foothold for my stronghold. The foothold for the enemy to come into my life, honestly. And I was just thinking this, if I go Epic Universe again, which I think I will be going against soon, will I actually go to Dark more? Or Dark Universe? Because that's monsters. They're fictional, but it's monsters. I'm not sure. It could be a foothold for my stronghold. That's what that thing is. I know I'll definitely go on Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. I love Harry Potter to begin with, so I don't believe in magic, but it's fictional. Let me see who has pumpkin coffee or pumpkin spice latte. I love the fall, and I can't wait to actually spend in New York or be in New York in the fall, honestly, this year. Let's see who's working, who sells pumpkin spice coffee already. Release date's 2026. Starbucks doesn't start till the end of the month. Let's see when Dunkin' Donuts says they're getting it. They're getting it next week, Dunkin'. Wawa does not have it. I still feel like having a coffee though, honestly. I really still feel like having a coffee. I know Joffrey's got it at Disney World. So maybe I'll get one when I'm in Disney, Joffrey's pumpkin spice latte. But I'm still kind of craving a coffee though, so I'm gonna go get a coffee. Then I'll continue this vlog. Got my piping hot caffeinated beverage. It's not the one I wanted originally. It's the, like I said, they didn't have pumpkin spice here at Wawa. But I got a Colombian coffee with the Irish cream in there. Feeling a little bit Irish today. Perfect combination of Colombian coffee with the Irish cream. Mixed heritage coffee, pretty much. We're gonna have like 2 more stops on this video for like new updates on Highway 200 in Ocala. But one of them I'm like, the other one I'm excited about because I love the outdoors. I've become more of an outdoors person, honestly, as I've grown closer to Christ. I like doing stuff outdoors better than like stuff indoors. But we're gonna go to the 2 other places. And I've run out of storage on this car, on this camera, so I may have to just record on my big camera. So we made it here at one of the destinations. I'm in my car recording this on a DJI Pocket 3, honestly. So we're gonna get out and I'll show you what the destination is and tell you what it is. As you guys can see, this is the neighborhood Walmart on here in Highway 200 in Ocala. And where we're going is actually right over here. Right there is the Burger King, and right over here is gonna be a Target. This is a plot for the Target that they have here on this side of 200 that they plan to build. It's a pretty big plot, and it looks like the road work has already got started. Well, they got started when they built this area up in general, the road. So all they need to do is like make a parking lot over here. Then they have a lot of room back there to start building. And I hope they do not share the same parking lot as the Walmart parking lot over here, honestly. I hope they do not share the same parking lot. Because this parking lot's horrible to begin with, honestly. I prefer going to the big Walmart because the parking lot's better. That's how bad it is, this parking lot. The next destination we're going to, there's actually 2 updates I could do there. The Home Depot, and there's the other one I could do. So that part's kind of exciting. And honestly, I haven't used this camera in a while just because of my church. I let my pastors borrow this camera. And it feels great to use this camera again, I love it. I do want something with a zoom lens eventually, like the Insta360 Luna Ultra. But this does the trick for now, honestly. I don't need the zoom in lens. Someone speak the horn at me, I'm pretty sure. Like I was saying, I would love a zoom lens, but this does the trick for what I need for now. First comes to worst, like I want to get B-roll for like roller coasters. That's when I'll probably pull up my iPhone camera to use the zoom lens on there. I wish that I'd pull up the Osmo Pocket 6 or Osmo Action 6, not Pocket 6. We're not that ahead of time, and also I don't think they're going to be having any more DJI new products in America for a while. But I think eventually I will get the Luna Ultra, I'm not sure when. I would like to get it before I go on my road trip to Six Flags Great Adventure next year. I'm planning to do a couple of different theme park trips next year on my calendar. I really can do Japan, but I'm putting that on pause to 2029, honestly. I can tell you some of my plans actually now. And I originally had Japan penciled in for next year, but I didn't book anything yet, so I decided I'm skipping Japan. I am skipping Japan. Then, I'm definitely doing Great Adventure for the Bacchanal's opening day. I'm planning on doing like a California, that's like Disney and Disney, Universal, Knott's Berry, and what's the other park? Magic Mountain. I'm planning to do those parks. Then, and around this time next year, I'll be going to Chicago for our outreach event for the Ocala for Jesus, or not Ocala, the Chicago for Jesus Ministry group. I'm gonna be going there for an outreach event. So at Lollapalooza, the anti-Christian music festival they have. So while I'm there, I'm gonna go to Gurney and go to Six Flags Great America, which I heard is like one of the best Six Flags chains, honestly. I really want to go there in general. And the Ocala for Jesus pastor was telling me if I go next year, do that one day. So I was like, yeah, that actually sounds like a good plan. I could go there one day. I know there's a roller coaster that has something that has the enemy's name in there, Demon. I would love to ride it, but I'm not sure how I feel riding a ride named after the enemy himself. It's an Arrow corkscrew coaster, and I haven't been on the Arrow corkscrew model yet. The only arrows I've done is like the ones in Disney World, which is not real arrows. So I want to go like an old school arrow, and that's what that is. So I'm gonna be doing that. And eventually I want to do like a Busch Gardens Williamsburg trip, but I'm not sure that's gonna actually happen. But next year I'm definitely planning to do like a Georgia trip for like Wild Adventure. I want to say Fun Spots, Atlanta, but they're closed. Please, Wild Adventures, if you could buy the Air Force One, you can use a new coaster there. But here's the park. I'll do Six Flags over Georgia, Wild Adventures, and that's it for the Georgia trip. And the Georgia one I'm not very worried about since it'll take 3 days. But this is, I may, depending on how the channel does. If the channel does good, I may do like another like spontaneous coaster trip. Like the one I really want to do is Holiday World, and I just really want to do Holiday World. Specifically, I want to go to the holiday night, the 8th event, to get the Terminus Rake ride on or the trimless ride on, what's that thing called? Voyage, the trimless brake ride that everyone says how good it is. In the beginning of the year, I'm in the process of booking it. It's the Texas trip, where I plan to go to both of the boardwalk parks in Galveston, go onto the Rainforest Cafe water ride that they have, that you do not get wet. I would do Slitterbond in Houston, but I'm not sure about that. But that's kind of on my plans over next year. I'm actually going to explore more parks than I had this year. I'll admit the breakup got everything a little bit delayed, and then I became closer to God. So I kind of didn't want to leave church. Now I'm thinking about just doing these trips like during the weekdays and avoid missing church, honestly. The only one for sure I know I'll miss my church for is Lollapalooza, the outreach event. But I'll be doing ministry stuff anyway, so it's not a big deal. But now we're going to go to our final two destinations because it's almost 8 o'clock already and it's starting to get dark a little. I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see. As you can see, I'm not sure if I broke this camera or not. Nope, I didn't. But as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit more darker outside now. Well, we're here at the final destination. Let me get out my card and I can show you guys this place. Hopefully I don't get a parking ticket or anything like that. I'm parking in the town suite by Marriott's parking lot to show you guys it. But right here's the town suite from Marriott. Right there's Dunkin' Donuts over there, and that's Cody's Roadhouse. And over here is the site of the Home Depot. This is where they're building a Home Depot, right over here, next to this. Then I have one more update that I was going to show you guys. I just have to walk up around and show you guys it. I'm debating about crossing this and going in front of like where 200 is over there in the sidewalk section there and recording it. I just don't like to have my camera out and make it completely obvious that I'm vlogging. I just want to humble myself down so that people don't think I'm a big shot because I'm holding on a camera, honestly. But I'm going to do it anyway. I don't know why I was just nervous to cross the street just now, but I'm doing it anyway. And I'll show you guys the next update. So here we are at the last stop. This is right next to the Cody Roadhouse, which is right over there. If my camera will pan over to it. That's Cody Roadhouse, and it's going to be where the HCA Florida Freestanding ER is going to be. So pretty much if someone gets hurt, and since the HCA hospital is on the other side of town, they could come here, and if they could help them, they will help them here. If not, they'll teleport them to the HCA Freestanding on the other side of town. We already have a couple of Advent House ones here on Highway 200, but it's good that we're getting HCA. Because different insurances goes to different hospitals, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you can't go to one hospital and they don't take the insurance, unfortunately. This is amazing that they have this here, coming here. Just because the closest one to here is actually in Foxwood, which is at near Blitchen Road. But right there's a better view of Cody's, and right to the left of it, it's going to be the HCA Freestanding. And to the left of the HCA Freestanding, it's the Fifth Third Bank. And across the street from it is the McDonald's and HCA Primary Care Doctor, and the Ocala Comprehensive Dentist and Implants. So we have a lot of stuff going on here, pretty much, in this section in particular. I'm actually going to walk through the grass here to take a shortcut. I don't feel like walking around just to get to my car again. But right there's Cody's, a better view of it. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll either see you later on today, the day that the video's coming out, not the actual today. The day that the video's coming out from doing a live stream at Epcot, or I may see you next week. We'll find out. But thank you for watching this video. The vlog is over. And I love you guys. Don't forget that. Peace out.